hate saying hello in my
Why?
videos, so I'm not going to.
No, you have to.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever said my name in a video.
Yeah.
Like ever. No, I haven't. I'm Mary Elena. That's Mary Elena.
And, and Mike.
Obviously, that's my husband, Michael. So we're going to be doing an infertility Q&A from the husband's perspective. So I have a list of 13 questions. That I'm
13?
that I'm going to be asking him. Maybe I won't ask you all of them, but he's going to be answering them so you can understand like the male's perspective as you're going through infertility. If you guys want me to answer these questions, let me know in the comments and I could do like a Q&A part 2. Or if you have any other questions that you want to ask us, also leave them in the comments and we could do another Q&A for you. For anyone who doesn't know or who's new to our channel, we have been trying to have our first baby for
3.5 years?
over 3.5 years now. We went through IVF. We did our first embryo transfer in June 2020, and that resulted in a chemical pregnancy. And we are currently going through our second embryo transfer cycle right now. With all that said, let's get into these questions. So question number 1, when did you know you were ready to have kids?
I don't know.
You're trying to have a baby, right? So
Yeah.
when did you know that you were ready to have kids?
Well, like I said, we've been trying for 3.5 years. So...
3.5 years ago?
Yeah, 3.5 years ago.
So you were ready when we started trying?
Yeah.
There was nothing that said like, okay, I know I'm ready.
No, not really.
When you had a good job, when you had a house, when you were married, none of that stuff
I knew
mattered.
all along we were gonna have kids.
Question number 2. Did you think there was a problem when we didn't conceive in the first year that we were trying?
No, I thought we just had to keep trying. I'm stubborn. I didn't want to believe there was a problem.
So did you think there was a problem or no?
No.
Why didn't you think there was a problem?
I thought eventually we would just have
That it
a
would just,
baby and not have to worry about it.
that it would just happen?
Yeah.
Just had to keep trying after a year. Question number 4. Did you feel pressure while trying to conceive? And if so, how did you handle it?
No, not in the beginning. But once it took longer and longer, yeah. I mean, once we first started going to the doctor to see what they could do to help.
But every month when I'm like, I'm ovulating, it's, you know, time to do it, you didn't feel any pressure or anything?
No, I just always had faith and knew eventually we're gonna have a baby.
Question number 4. Were you open to seeking infertility treatment?
No, not at all. Not at first. It took how long until we actually went?
How long we tried until we went? January would have been 2 years and we went in November, so that's 22 months.
Yeah, so 2
20,
years.
yeah, just about 2 years.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with the question?
What was the question again?
Were you open to seeking treatment? Infertility treatment.
No, like I said, not in the beginning.
So yeah, it took 22 months before we saw a fertility specialist, and at that point you still weren't open to treatment?
Yes, I was. After that point, yeah.
No.
After 2 years, yeah.
No, when we made our... I'm not going to comment. If you guys want to hear my perspective, let me know and I can answer these same questions. Okay, moving on. Question number 5. What does infertility feel like to you? How does it make you feel?
What do you mean?
As a man, what does infertility feel like to you, or how does it make you feel going through it?
I mean, it's not fun. Just something you never think about. You never think you're gonna need any help to have a baby. You just assume it's gonna happen normally, naturally.
Do you ever get sad or feel any emotions going through it?
Yeah, but I don't let myself.
Well, what kinds of emotions?
Just don't want to wait more and more.
So, anxious? I don't know. Aggravated?
Yeah.
Okay, question 6.
Over.
How did you feel in the beginning of when we were trying to have a baby versus how do you feel now?
Well, now we're committed and going through all these doctor appointments and spending all this money, and it's 10 times as big of a deal as it was in the beginning.
It's more serious to you now because you're paying for it?
Because of everything involved.
So how?
I never knew all the different things, like, until you start telling me.
You didn't know everything that was involved with trying to have a baby?
I didn't know, not past just having a baby.
Just
normally.
doing it and getting pregnant? So how did you feel in the beginning versus now? You were hopeful or like excited in the beginning and now you're like, you know, like what? How did you feel when we first started versus now?
Well, now I know it's not going to be as easy as we thought. But I still know it's going to happen eventually, so it's the same thing I knew in the beginning as I know now. It's just taking way longer than we thought. I don't get worried like, oh no, we're never going to have a baby.
So you started off hopeful and you're still hopeful.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 7. What has been your experience with infertility treatment so far? The IUIs, the IVF, the frozen embryo transfers. What's been your experience with treatment so far?
As far as what? What do you
As
mean?
far as everything involved with testing, shots, everything.
It's been a huge process all along the way, so many appointments, so many waiting to find out moments, just keeps going on and on.
Has anything been more difficult than the other, like IUIs, or like talk about your experience with the IUIs?
No, you do the IUI and then you wait and see what happens. It's the same thing as now. You do the embryo transfer and wait and see what happens. So both times you go through with it and then there's nothing you can do. You have to sit and wait, find out.
So you don't think treatment has been, how do you think treatment has been? Has it been difficult? Has it been easy? Has it been hard? Like,
we don't have any other choice. You just have to go through each step and then wait. And the wait is what's the worst part, because then you don't know.
question number 8. Does it bother you when you see other couples get pregnant so easily? If so, how do you cope?
No, not at all, because I'm not like you.
Nothing at all bothers you?
No.
Not even a little bit?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Everybody else is different, so congratulations to everybody else that has a baby after one time.
First
It's
try.
not gonna do any good. It's not gonna do any good getting upset about all the other people that don't have issues.
Okay, question number 9. How have you supported your wife, or how can others support their wife or girlfriend or whoever during infertility? Do you think you've been as supportive as you can be?
Yeah, the main thing I do is try to not let you get worried, like you said on the last question, of all the people around us that are having babies and moving forward, and you get caught up on that all the time. So I have to try and drag you back out of it and concentrate on us rather than everybody else. Just have to go through everything together. Like I do half the injections, you do half the injections. So it's not just one person, it's both of us.
Question number 10.
Why do you not let me see any of them?
Do you feel responsible for not getting pregnant so far?
What do you mean?
Do you ever feel like it's your fault?
No, it's not my fault. It's no one's fault.
Exactly.
Just we have to deal with the cards we're dealt.
Right. You know, there are so many things involved with our reproductive systems and so many things that can go wrong. Like a lot of people have endometriosis or PCOS or you name it. There are a lot of issues. We personally are dealing with The only thing our doctor has been able to diagnose us with is a low sperm count. So that's why I asked him if he feels like he's at fault for us not getting pregnant. But if it was roles reversed and I wasn't ovulating or something, you could easily ask me that question. Do I feel like it's my fault? But I'm gonna cry.
It would be the same either way, though. Wouldn't be different if it was one person or the other.
Yeah, it's no one's fault. You can't blame your partner or yourself for any issues.
Why are you crying?
I don't know, it makes me sad. In infertility, there's no one's to blame. And that's, maybe some people need to hear that. It's no one's fault. It's just something that you have to deal with, and you have to deal with together. Question number 11. How do you stay hopeful? You said with pretty much every question in the beginning that you just stay positive. How do you stay hopeful?
I've always been hopeful, though.
But how?
It's not just infertility, it's everything in life. I think about the same way. So when I'm dead set on something's gonna happen, I know we're gonna do everything we can. So it doesn't even cross my mind. If it does, I just don't think about it.
So just positive thinking all the time?
You know I've always been strong about
Determination?
everything. Yeah, one of us has to be strong the whole time.
2 more questions. Have these been bad so far? No.
Yeah, it's
piece
been
of cake.
terrible.
Okay, question number 12. Do you think infertility has affected or impacted your marriage? Why or why not, or in what way? Good, bad. Has infertility impacted your marriage?
Yeah, not good or bad, it's just way more things we have to deal with together. So going to all the appointments, all the financial stuff that goes along with it, it's just way more things to deal with. We have infertility, but a lot of people have way many other issues that they have to worry about that we don't have, so I don't think of it as bad. Just think of it as everybody has certain issues they have to go through.
Okay. Last question.
The last one's probably the worst one.
No, this one, God, if I was crying before, I'm gonna cry on this one for sure.
Why?
This one gets me emotional. What are you looking forward to most about being a dad?
Just
I know,
one
stupid.
thing?
Why do I cry over that question?
Just one thing I want
No.
most?
What are you looking forward to the most about being a dad? It could be just what excites you about being a dad.
Well, I think it gets more and more the longer the process is drug out. So here we are 3.5 years later, so you have all that time to sit around and think. I mean, it's just the old belief that you want to raise your kids and give them all the best things that better than you had it. I think of more of the bigger picture than just like one birthday party or one beach vacation.
No, well, what excites you about being a dad?
All the stuff we do is just me and you right now. And then when we go do it, you think, oh, well, what's going to be different once we have a baby? We can do this, we can do that. And like you said, you see on Snapchat and Facebook, everybody going places, doing things, and it's all involved with the family, so it's going to be us. It's just a matter of time.
That's it. That's our...
I can't wait till I get to ask you questions. It's not going to be the same ones. I get to pick the 13 questions.
So that's our infertility Q&A from the male's perspective. If you guys have any other questions, like I said, that you want us to answer, let us know in the comments. If you want me to answer the same questions or have him make some up to ask me, we can do that too. Just let us know. I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already.
And we'll see you next time.